Welcome in, everyone, to Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance. Sorry about my voice. I've already apologized to my co-host here, but I'm Wayne White. Co-host is Max Smith. A little bit of a throat thing going on. I think it's going around, but finally got well enough to come in here and get in a Tomahawk Talk because we've got a lot to catch you up on in boys and girls basketball as they have gotten off and running quickly here in the 2025-26 season. And so we're going to get you caught up on that, let you know where the boys are actually playing tonight and what's coming up this next week. So after this first segment, when we catch you up on basketball, we're going to take a listen to an interview that I did last Thursday before the home opener with head coach Ryan Walker of the North Myrtle Beach boys basketball team. And then when we come back in the final segment, we're going to take a look at this coming week's schedule and how you can get out and support and cheer on the Chiefs. But first, we're going to take a look at boys basketball. Don't look upset, Max. I know.
Oh, no, we're good.
It's about girls basketball. Max is also an assistant coach with the Lady Chiefs, but we're going to start off with the boys, and then we're going to end it up with the girls. We're going to do it in reverse of the way they play on the nights when it's girls and then guys. So, guys first, the Chiefs have opened up 3-0 on the season. In fact, both teams opened up this past Friday night, hosted West Brunswick, and the Chiefs with a 53-46 overtime thriller. Freshman Mason Walker drains a three-pointer to send the game into overtime. And then from there, the Chiefs just took over. And talking about freshman Caden Bass, 20 points. He hits 11 of 13 free throws. Mason, he had 12 points. And then our all-region or preseason all-region senior, Premier Lewis, he had 11 points and 4 steals. So a great start for the Chiefs.
Yeah, this team's really been impressive. I didn't know what we were going to look like. I stayed after the girls' game Friday just to see what was going on for the first quarter and a half. We're young. We're explosive. And I think it's a really bright future ahead. You know, I'm 3 seniors, only 2 in the starting lineup. I mean, you got 2 freshmen starting. Porter is only a junior. I mean, this team's...
Yeah, and you've got seniors Brycey Gore and Rio Stevenson who aren't even playing right now as they're nursing some small injuries coming out of football season into basketball. But Coach Walker's going to be looking forward to getting them on the court. But now the Chiefs tonight are going to be competing in the championship game of the Green C. Floyd Holiday Invitational. And that started back on Saturday, and the Chiefs got a 63-32 win over Hannah Pamplico. Mason Walker led the team with 26 points. Premier Lewis, 18 points, 3 steals. And then in the semifinal game, which was played yesterday, the Aner Blue Jackets went down to North Myrtle Beach 51-40. And in that game, freshman Caden Bass, who led us in game 1, came back with 26 points to lead the Chiefs. So the Caden Bass made Mason Walker Premier Lewis show through the first 3 games for the Chiefs.
Yeah, we've had someone in 20 almost every game. They're playing their 4th game in 5 days. I think it's really impressive. You know, they're young, they're explosive. It just seems like they've been playing together for so long, and they're just gelling it together on the court. And again, they're doing this without Rio and Brycey, so it's only imaginable what happens when they come back.
Yeah, and you're going to hear a lot more of these guys and all of the other players during my interview with Coach Walker. But I don't think he expected us to be 3-0 right out of the gate. Not sure he knew exactly what to expect. Just like you were saying, a lot of new pieces or a lot of different pieces. And also a ton of pieces moving over from football to basketball. So here early in the season, got to get those basketball legs under them. But we're going to let Coach Walker talk to you about the Chiefs season. Let's move over to the Lady Chiefs. Lady Chiefs, we just found out before we went on air, the South Carolina High School League released the preseason rankings, and the Lady Chiefs lead the area, coming in at number 7 in 5A Division II. Fellow Beach Region member, 5A Division I, ranked number 8 is Carolina Forest, and out of all the teams and female players in our area, Miracle McLean over at Carolina Forest. I know you're tired of hearing her name. She's she's been around for I don't know 4 or 5 years on the varsity over there at Carolina Forest, getting a lot of looks collegiately at both in both basketball and also track and field. I'm a good friend of her dad, Philip McLean. He played basketball over at Coastal Carolina, and so I kind of follow her. But very impressive, athletic young woman. But talk about impressive so far, 2-0. The North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs head coach Heather Kearney's got or Carney, I'm sorry, has got the Lady Chiefs rolling early.
Yeah, so beginning of the season, Maddie Vereen and Caitlin Powers, 2 of our starting 5, came in a little late because volleyball's doing volleyball things, going to state championship. But it's
what we do here at North.
Yeah, it's just what happens. And we get the 2 transfers, Journey Blind, Sophia Powell, and they've come in, and when Maddie was gone, they stepped up as leaders, and we have 2 seniors, Sophia Powell and Caitlin Powers, and they're both our captains. So they're our captains this year. We came out Friday night playing West Brunswick. We've had some scrimmages, kind of trying to gel together because 2 came in late, 2 transferred in.
Looked pretty good clicking on the defensive end, 71-13. Just total dominance by the Lady Chiefs.
It was pretty insane, holding any team under 15 points. They scored 13. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was nice. And obviously, they're pretty small compared to us, but
right.
It's always nice to have those games under your belt going into the season, so you do have time to gel together and figure out what you can do and what you can't do. And coming off of last year, we've always made defense or turned defense into offense with the steals and the runouts. So it was great defensive looks. When we didn't get into an offensive set, we got some looks there too, getting ready for a very important Laney game that happened last night.
Right, so let's go back to finish up that West Brunswick game. Sophia Powell led us with 20 points, 12 rebounds. Journey Bly had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and then Maddie Vereen, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Now, as you said, then we go to Lane or have host Laney, and Laney out of Wilmington, a very strong program. They came in 2-0. They had scored over 50 points in each of their previous 2 games and hadn't allowed more than 30 in those previous 2 games to open up this season. And we get them 50-28 and hold them scoreless for the last 13 minutes of the game.
Yeah, so when we look back at last year, this team is very young. And I think they have 2 seniors on the whole team. 1 stars, 1 comes off the bench, doesn't really play. But when we look at them last year, we didn't know what to expect. Couldn't get any film. There was no stats, and they were probably one of our toughest games all year. So we knew what we had coming for us this year, even though it was so early. There's no film, still no stats. We knew they could score, and we knew they had defense. We came out in the game with what we thought would work, and it didn't. And then we changed. Darcy Vincent, the defensive guru, just went man-to-man, full court press, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, and obviously it worked. Looking at individuals, Maddie Vereen, again, a name that we mentioned in the first game, she had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 8 steals. But then Kiesha, or Kiki Bryant, she had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 7 steals. Sophia Powell, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. To me, one of the biggest things I get out of all of that, we listed 3 statistical leaders in each one of those games, and there's only one of the players that's in both of them. So a lot of individuals stepping for different individuals, which gives you the more weapons you have, the better.
Yeah, I think it was the West Brunswick game. We had, I think it was 4 players in double digits. One had like 9, another one had 8. So we're definitely scoring. Like last year, you had Faith and Nevaeh who did all the scoring for us. But now you have everybody. We're passing the ball. Our assists are through the roof. I really think it's just different. I think this group has way more potential. They want it more. They're not selfish. They're going to give up the ball, especially for the better look. And defensively, I think it was 3 players, and they had 20 steals combined, just those 3. And
right.
Not to mention the other players on the court. Caitlin Powers, she might not fill up the offensive stat book, but, she's all over. She gets on the floor
she's
for
everywhere
loose balls.
defensively.
She's a libero for volleyball, too.
Right.
So it kind of makes sense.
Yep, used to being scrappy and chasing the loose balls wherever they are. And one of the things that you said, my wife and I were at the game. We were sitting up there watching, and probably the biggest difference from last year to this year, and really even the past few years, the movement of the ball on the offensive side. It's quick movements, quick passes, and which lead to open shots.
100%. Now, not going to say anything about turnovers because there's still way more than we'd expect. But a lot of teams in our area play zone 2-3. Laney played a 1-1-3. It's kind of a pendulum 2-3 that we run the same thing. And, you break down a zone by passing the ball. And not that we want outside looks because we have players that can hit them. We're just waiting on that player to get hot. And that's Aubrey Anglin, the freshman.
Right.
Last year she had, in the home opener, she had 5 threes. She's doing things a senior should be doing.
Last year's an 8th grader.
As an 8th grader. She's a freshman now. Sophia Powell can hit the 3. Sophia Powell can do everything. Maddie can hit the 3. Not saying that we can't. We'd obviously want to get the ball to Journey. We're trying to get everybody to post up, because most of the teams we're going to play aren't going to have true post until we get to about region play. Miracle McLean. Soxi's got a young, probably a girl about Aubrey's age who's really big. So we want to start working on posting up now. That way when we do get there, we can get the ball down in the paint. But we're not
Can't talk too far into the future because I got to interview Coach Carney this coming week. So
right. I'll let her handle that.
I don't want her to. I don't want her to prove you wrong with some of your comments.
Oh, she probably will. She knows a lot more than I do. She's been in it way longer. So.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna keep on the basketball theme here of the start of Tomahawk Talk and talking about theme nights. Saw this graphic come out, and we're gonna talk about this one a little more when we get into the schedule of this coming week. But ending next week is the first theme night for basketball, or actually the first one. We did have a blackout, I think, this past Friday night, but I don't think too many people knew what was going on. We've got a glow crazy neon night. That will be next Friday, December the 5th, or not this coming Friday, the next Friday. Play Loris. Big rivalry game on the boys' side. Loris is ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A. So a big game for the Chiefs and Lady Chiefs. And on top of that, we're also going to be inducting a lot of new Hall of Famers in between the boys and girls games. So the girls start at 6, guys at 7:30. Jude got on me every time we talked about schedules last year because I always said girls at 6, guys at 7:30. Just know the girls are at 6, guys are at 7:30, and I'm not going to say it as often. Yeah, I'll probably still slip up and say it some, but some other theme nights coming up. We'll remind you about these. Take a look on our Facebook page. We'll keep posting these. December 16th is Reindeer Games Night. Some of these, I don't have any clue what they are. Got any clue?
If I was in school here, I probably could, but I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
So
put on some antlers or something and maybe come on out. January 6th is construction night. I know what that is. They come in with hard hats and the vest. And
they can wear that neon night, too. The vest can go with neon night.
There you go. January 13th is the wild side. I don't know. Dress up like a, I don't know, some kind of.
Dress up like Wayne White. There.
Yeah, dress up like me and go crazy. January 16th is Chief Pride Night. I think every night's Chief Pride Night, but on the 16th, we're going to show up and show out for Chief Pride Night. January 30th is a pink out for breast cancer awareness. And then on February 6th, we're going to have a beach party. So get out all those flashy, bright-colored Hawaiian shirts and come on out. Again, a lot of those are way off. But to go ahead and let you know that we've got some theme nights coming up for basketball. Now, the one winter sport that we haven't talked about is wrestling. JV and varsity wrestling both start this coming week, and we've got a new head coach. I've got to get with him, get some information, get a little interview set up, and but we will let you know more about wrestling. Also, more about girls basketball as I am going to talk to Coach Carney and have a little. Maybe more of a region preview since we're already going to be 4 or 5 games into the season before that interview with her. The last thing that I want to do here in this opening segment is I want to personally thank for myself and then also for all of us on the Chief Sports Network. I want to thank Coach Greg Hill, the North Myrtle Beach head football coach, stepped down this past week, resigned due to personal reasons. After 9 years with the Chiefs football program, 5 as a defensive coordinator, and then the last 4 as a head coach. And I personally want to thank him. He has allowed me a lot of access to come out to practice, sit into coaches' meetings, and just more so I've got more general knowledge of players and what we're doing as a team so that we can bring you a better broadcast on Friday night. So, Coach Hill, thank you for what you've done for the Chiefs over the last 9 years, and best of luck with your future. And I know he's got a new grandson. I just found out they live up in the Charlotte area, so not sure what Coach Hill's plans are, but I'm sure that family is going to be at the forefront of his mind. So again, thank you to Greg Hill. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with our interview with head North Myrtle Beach boys basketball coach Ryan Walker here on Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance.
Hi, this is Christy Sexton with Beach Benefits Insurance. As an independent agent, that does give us the flexibility to have multiple companies to write and place business. What we are faced with here in our area right now is the market is very, very hard, meaning that companies are constantly pulling out of our state, and we basically are left with just a handful that are writing coverage in our area. The insurance market in our area is the most complicated that I can say I have seen in my 25 years of being in the business. But again, us being local folks in the area are very familiar with our area, what is going on. We are constantly doing trainings, seminars to keep up to date with the changes that are occurring in our insurance markets, and constantly looking for new companies that are coming to our area, all in the same token in making sure that we're striving to do what is best for our customers. I am Christy Sexton, and please come find out the benefits of working with Beach Benefits Insurance.
Hey there, this is Trey White with RE/MAX Southern Shores. As a proud Chief alumni, I know the value of hard work and dedication, and I bring that same energy to real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, selling to upgrade, or looking for an investment property, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. My goal is to make your real estate experience smooth, successful, and stress-free. Don't wait on your dreams. Give me a call at 843-421-7544. Your perfect home is just a call away.
Welcome back to Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance, and joining us, head boys basketball coach at North Myrtle Beach High School, Ryan Walker. So, Coach, thanks for taking part of your day during the school to come out here and talk to us.
Absolutely. Appreciate being here and appreciate everything you guys do to promote our guys and our athletes in our school.
Well, it's a labor of love. We love doing it just like you. I mean, I've always said, Coach, any parent out there that wants to yell at coaches, they're not doing it for the paycheck.
No, we're not. But then the
love of the game, love of the kids.
The kids are worth it for sure. And obviously, we love basketball, but it's definitely for the kids, and they're great to be around. And
also, so everybody, we're up front with everybody. We are taping this on Thursday before you start. So as we're going to do this, part of our Tomahawk Talk, which is going to air on Monday. So we are the Thursday before you're watching this. So it's not live, and we're also going to be talking about, getting ready to tip off the season. And I'll update everyone on how the season went. So whatever you say now, we're going to be able to judge and see how things went for the first few games.
Yeah, still, I see. I'm still trying to get my thumb on our guys, man. Got a bunch of new parts, so it'll be a group that hopefully we just continue to grow and progress throughout the year.
Well, a lot of new parts. I kind of came in and stuck my head in when you were having the tryouts, and so not only new parts, but parts coming from football. You and I were just talking about that, and as we look through the roster, there's 7 guys coming that played football this year, and then got a new guy coming out, not really new to North Myrtle Beach High School, but been a baseball player, Porter Anglin, coming out for basketball for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, so with our school, I mean, we're not big enough to everyone have their own athletes and own players, and I like it that way. I mean, that means everyone's invested in different programs. And, us coaches talk, especially, the football coaches, and then obviously BA with baseball, we talked about them, and I actually think it makes them better at other sports because everything is different, like how you prepare and what your body and how you need to move for football is different than basketball. Basketball is different than baseball. So when we can get other guys, I think it just helps the program and it helps the kids, grow and be able to coach by different people more as they move forward. But yeah, the football was more than we expected. Had a couple surprises that tried out, and we're very excited about the crossover. And then Porter, you mentioned Porter with baseball. Porter was a part of the middle school team for 2 years, and then kind of took a break, but got that basketball itch again this year, and we're excited to have him be a part of it.
Yeah, actually, it's been before the tryouts, but my son, who he was playing with Porter at the Aquatic and Fitness Center, and he said, hey, I heard this guy, he plays baseball, but he hadn't played since he's gotten to the high school, and he said, he's pretty good. So
yeah, Porter kind of stuck with it. I mean, he's been going to the rec. I think him and Caden Bass have gone there a bunch, and just play. But I'm glad he's back. He fits kind of right in with these guys and with all the new parts we got anyways. So it's kind of just a natural progression for it.
Well, and talking about that multi-sport athlete, because this is one thing that I've always thought, I've really never asked, like, I don't think Krista Culinary, our athletic trainer here at North Myrtle, I don't think she and I've had this discussion, but I think it would help the athlete playing multiple sports because you're using multiple muscles in different ways, so you get them stretched out instead of it just being that one, shot or in football, whatever that one muscle is. It just seems to me like that's better.
I mean, I do think there's something to go with, different muscle groups and, different actions. And, I mean, obviously the baseball one's the easiest with the throwing and the pitching, and to give them a break for that, but still being in shape, still doing different types of movements, explosiveness, stop and go, obviously jumping in basketball, football, explosion off the line, and then basketball just being conditioned as well. So, I mean, I think it just makes a more well-rounded athlete than being specialized. There's nothing wrong with being specialized, but I just think it helps in areas that, sometimes student athletes don't think about.
Right. Well, let's get into talking about the basketball season. You had one player that showed up on the preseason All-Region team.
Yeah, Premier Lewis, rising senior. Kind of expecting some big things out of him this year. Not the biggest guard, but has worked really hard in the weight room. Has gotten a lot stronger, a lot more explosive. Can play with the ball or off the ball, depending on what the lineup is. But yeah, he's got a chance. He's shooting it really well right now, but he's got a chance to, to really take a huge leap from junior to senior year, especially with all those seniors that were gone last year. We're very guard heavy. But he's worked real hard, and he's kind of earned that right to have a ball in his hands, and he's been a really good leader for us so far.
Well, when we talk about you said he's not the biggest guard. Well, we don't have the biggest anything.
No, we are small. Last year wasn't big, but you had Noah 6'4", 6'5", and Calvin had a good size. And we're just a little bit smaller overall, but probably a little bigger at some of the guard spots. We're just very, very young at those spots too. So It's just a different dynamic that we haven't dealt with.
Yep, smaller means quicker though. So
yeah, you would hope so. Yeah, we can kind of get in and creep in people defensively and things like that. But no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a challenge, a little different for us, and challenges as coaches, and that's one reason I love high school. You just can't coach the same way. You got to coach what athletes you have. So
yeah, you don't get to recruit them, you take who you get.
So that's definitely an enjoyable part too, because we got to switch some things up.
Let's and people, you're gonna see my eyes go over because I'm gonna read some names here. But talking about those football guys, Jaden Chestnut coming off a outstanding junior year, unfortunately was hurt, but then came back with a playoff game that was phenomenal in football. Rio Stevenson, Tavion Vereen, Mason Walker, interesting last name, Brycey Gore, Teron Scott, and then Dustin Clement. Those guys all coming over from football. Obviously, now they've got to get into basketball condition because totally different football condition and basketball shape.
And it's super quick too. So I mean, we had tryouts and then we had football tryouts too, and we made the team. I think last Wednesday was final cut. So first time just us last Thursday, so a week ago. So we're going on 4 or 5 days of practice with those football guys who are rounded into shape. We usually don't go as long because we haven't as many, but we've gone longer this first week, solid 2 hours, and they're rounded into shape. Conditioning wise, it's going to take a couple weeks, and then obviously getting that feel back for that basketball because football is just stop go, and they're hitting each other and things like that. And basketball is physical, but there's a lot more finesse and touch and things like that, especially if you're a shooter or you got to handle the ball and things like that. Some of our guys who play forwards like Dustin and Jaden and even Brycey, who's working back from an injury, they're more physical, so they'll adjust a little bit quicker to that. Some of the guards that are coming in might have a little adjustment for touch and feel, but they bring a sense of toughness because you got to be tough to play football. And I think our football team, their identity, they're tough. They were tough.
Right.
In the trenches, you don't run the ball for 250 yards every game without being tough. And they're going to bring that mentality for us. And we've got to be physical anyways. Like you said, we're not going to be the biggest, but we're going to make everyone earn anything they get.
Well, and for those that have watched a Ryan Walker-led team, I've always said it, whether I was working in college athletics or just as a fan watching, teams take on the persona of their coach, and and you're an aggressive coach, and you get that out of your players.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely tell you as a compliment. I mean, our guys have kind of bought in defensively, and they believe in it. I think this group's got a chance to be. They shoot it, I think, better than a bunch of groups that we've had. But definitely, I think we hang our hat on defensively. We're really good defensively in the half court. We make them earn it, contested jump shots, those type things. We've got to clean up some things on the glass because we are a little smaller. But, I mean, if we are going to be a tough team, if you're going to beat us, you're definitely going to earn it, and you might go home with a few bruises here and there.
Well, and like you talked about, the smaller you are, the fundamentals come into play.
Yeah.
The boxing out, being in the right position, those types of things. Or just stealing the ball before they even get a chance to shoot.
Yeah, we might pick up full court. We got some smaller guards that hopefully can work, that 90 feet and turn them, and then maybe get a couple of traps here and there and try to create possessions for us as well.
I don't know if you've seen them play much over the last couple of years, but Coastal Carolina women's basketball, Coach Pedersen over there, he calls it coastal chaos, and that's a lot of what they do. They've spurned that offense with up-tempo, full-court pressure defense.
Yeah, and we kind of want to do that too. We talk about being positionless, 1 through 5. I mean, there's a couple that, can't handle the ball as well and make decisions offensively. But as far as defensively, we've got guys that are very interchangeable. So being able to pick up, rotate, things like that is going to be a little different for us this year too. And we definitely do talk about, living in chaos and being able to, stay calm and play and make rotations. And then, when we get a trap or something's going awry offensively, to be able to calm back down and try to change speeds and then get back to that chaos a little bit.
So as we sit here and do this on Thursday, you actually open up at home tomorrow. So if you would have been following our Facebook page, which you probably are because that's probably where you're watching this, you'll have known that we opened up against West Brunswick on Friday. So we'll let you know how that goes. And then while we're airing this, you're probably going to be playing as you play, was it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
Saturday, Monday, Tuesday in a tournament.
Yeah, we're playing, obviously, open up at West Brunswick. Very probably similar team to us. The only difference is they're old. They're juniors and seniors. A lot of those guys played last year, so it'd be a great test for us. And then we play Green Sea in the Green Sea Turkey Thanksgiving tournament. Good field. We'll open up with Hannah Pamlico, I think a 1A or 2A school. Very athletic. Will be a great test for us. I think they're going to hopefully get up and pressure us. And then hopefully, we're playing Monday night, and then obviously Tuesday night is the goal to be able to play that last game Tuesday in a tournament.
Yeah, so good chance for you to get a feel for what you really have on the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I warned you I was going to talk about this, so this will be the last thing, and then I'll let you go. You don't like to talk a lot, so
No.
so I was told by my son, good luck, but you done great. So
I appreciate
so
it. Yeah,
thank you.
got to shake off the nerves and get it done. I mean, the kids deserve it.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Mason Walker, your son, a freshman, coming off of football where he got his feet dipped in the water a little quicker than I think anybody wanted. But the question that I wanted to ask him, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Looking through Mason's eyes, what do you think's tougher for him, playing football or playing for you in basketball?
I'm not sure. I mean, Coach Hill and those football coaches, Coach White and Jody and all them, they're pretty demanding and tough. And for him to make that jump from 8th grade to earning that spot on the varsity football team and then actually getting some time is a big deal. So I think he's super proud of that, and he's kind of parlayed that into this where he's definitely earned. And we've got 2 other freshmen, another sophomore on the team too that have all earned their spots on varsity now playing time. We'll see, but they've earned it. And I'm not sure. My dad never coached me. That was one thing he never did. I mean, we would play and work out and things like that, but he never coached me. I don't know why. We never really got into it. But I've coached him for years, along with a bunch of other kids, and I think he's used to it. We kind of have established that coach-player relationship compared to when we're outside of this court and we're back home or on the car ride home. Like now becomes dad, and we try not to blur those lines. And my wife Carrie, she does a really good job of like, okay.
Yeah,
we're at home.
It's time to stop.
Good.
It's time to stop the coach, become dad. And
well, sometimes she does a really good job, but sometimes she's a basketball player too. She played in college. She's coached high school. So sometimes I'm like, hey, we gotta, Carrie, we're good. We're at home now. So I gotta tell her to come home down and relax a little bit too. But,
we're trying to leave it. Now you leave it too. So.
But, I'm not really sure. I mean, I would think probably football because that's something new to him was harder than coming here and playing basketball because I feel like it's a little more not natural, but he's used to it.
Right. Well, I do remember going back to the kickoff classic when I saw you on the sidelines and you said that your one note to the football coaching staff was don't get my son hurt.
Yeah, and then he got killed on one of the last plays. In the playoffs.
One of the last plays of the game in the playoffs. He got absolutely hammered, but. That mental toughness of a coach's son, you could just see that in him. He knew he was going to get hit, but he stood in there and delivered the pass. I mean, so it was, it's one of those things. Yeah, he got hit, but I've always, coaches' kids are a different breed.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, he's earned it. I think he's got some toughness to him. He's very quiet, but he does have some toughness, and he'll have a good year. I mean, obviously with 3 freshmen, Caden, Mason, Teron, and then Tavion, they've never done it. Never been through a varsity season, and I kind of explained that to him the other day where we're going to watch them kind of grow up as they go, as they play. And we got some really good older guys like Jaden, Rio, Premier, Brycey, Eric that are all kind of good leaders that will pull them along and challenge them, but also pick them up when things aren't going well. So it's going to be a fun group. I'm really excited about it.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. You said I would never get 7 minutes out of you. I don't know how long we've been going, but it's much more than 7 minutes.
Absolutely.
So I've
talking.
And we're gonna get together with you a couple more times during the year, kind of keep up. I'm hoping I've got to work out the internet issue, but I'm hoping to be able to do a few more basketball games and bring those to everybody. The outside sports are easier because the internet works a lot better. You get in that hole in the gym and your signal goes down real quick.
That and cell service. Some people don't even get calls in there. So, but we do appreciate. I know I said it at the beginning, but we appreciate it. And I know the kids love it. And then the people that aren't able to be in this area, they get all the information. So it's great. And we're very grateful for everything you guys do.
Good luck. Good luck for this upcoming weekend.
Absolutely.
And we'll be following that along. Good luck as the season progresses. Again, we'll catch up. Ryan Walker, head coach of the North Myrtle Beach boys basketball team. Don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up with Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance.
Revolution Mortgage is here to simplify the mortgage process. From application to closing, Revolution Mortgage makes the loan process easy and straightforward for their clients. In North Myrtle Beach, contact Senior Loan Officer Brad Elliott for your best loan options, whether you are looking to purchase a home or refinance your current loan. Revolution Mortgage is here to help lead you through the process. Give Brad a call today at 336-358-7275. Century 21 Thomas believes buying or selling a home should be positive and stress-free. Your real estate experience often is tied to the agent that you enlist. With more than 50 experienced real estate agents, many being lifelong Beach residents, we know the market and have the networks for successful results. Century 21 Thomas has been positively touching the lives of this community for over 60 years. Your satisfaction is always our goal. Call today at 888-249-2100. For over 50 years, Livingston's Cleaning and Restoration has been the local champion of cleanliness. We are owned and operated by Chiefs alumni. From spotless carpets and upholstery to gleaming tile, hardwood, and laminate, our experts handle it all. We even clean air ducts and dryer vents to keep your space fresh and healthy. Also, we provide service for all aspects of fire and water restoration. Give us a call today at 843-249-1848. And remember, it's not clean until it's Livingston's clean.
Welcome back to Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance. It's now time to take a look at this coming week's schedule here at North Myrtle Beach High School and our winter sports of basketball and wrestling. Every night this week, there is somewhere that you can go and cheer on the Chiefs. We're going to start Monday, December the 1st. Man, it's hard to imagine. This coming Monday, December is here, Christmas right around the corner, and then 2026 right on top of us. But December 1st, the junior varsity basketball teams, they're going to open the season on the road at West Florence. Those game times, you know what they are? 6 and 7:30. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to get you to say it. But see, you didn't know. So if I hadn't told you.
Well, they've also, I know the girls have played so far. So it wouldn't be their opener. But
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I did not know JV had opened their season.
They played Laney before we did yesterday.
Oh, I did see that. It was all girls doubleheader.
Yeah, it was all girls doubleheader. They didn't do too well, but bright future. They're pretty young. We're really young.
Really young, so you can see game two.
Game two
for the Lady Chiefs and maybe the game opener. Maybe I just took it that it was.
We'll call it the opener.
My bad. JV Wrestling, they're going to open their season because I looked at their schedule today. They opened their season against Aner and Forest Brook at home. Match time there is 6 p.m. And then the B team basketball team, they're also going to be on the road next Monday, 6 p.m. down at Waccamaw. Tuesday, December 2nd, both varsity teams at that favorite time of 6 and 7:30, they're going to travel to old region foe when we were in 4A, West Florence, taking on the Knights there. And Knights are always tough at home and always very athletic. So it'll be an interesting game up there. Wednesday, December 3rd, varsity wrestling gets opened up. They're going to travel to Aner for a 6 p.m. match. And the B team basketball team, they're going to host Aner at 6 p.m. over at the middle school. Thursday, December 4th, JV Hoops. They're going to travel right up Highway 9 to Loris, and that sets up December 5th. We talked about it earlier. It's the Glow Crazy Neon Night.
Neon Night.
It's also Hall of Fame induction night for North Myrtle Beach Athletics Hall of Fame. And the Chiefs are going to take on old school rival Loris. Again, Loris's boys ranked number 2. Not sure how many of their boys are still playing on the football team, because I can guarantee you one thing. This is a time where we can really pack the house next Friday night. Let's see. I'm talking about this is a week from Friday night. So hopefully Loris beats Oceanside this Friday night. And then they're going to be in the state finals.
Which wouldn't be on a Friday night.
Which wouldn't be, well,
they can't play.
Friday,
so, well,
Saturday. I'm not
anyway.
sure what that 3A schedule is. But But anyway, I was thinking ahead to a couple of days Friday instead of a week ahead Friday, because this is December 5th, a week from this coming Friday, when the Chiefs and Lady Chiefs host Loras. Then also on that same Friday and Saturday, the varsity wrestling team is going to travel to Aner both of those days for the Diamond Duels over at Aner High School. So big week every day between B team, JV, and varsity basketball and wrestling. Something for you to get out and check out here at North Myrtle Beach High School. Check us out each day on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Facebook page. We list the daily schedule. We try to list results when we can get them. Most of the time we do, especially if it's a win.
Right.
Always throw that little jab in there to Tony Heilbronn, our athletic director, and he says he's supposed to talk about the good and positive things here at North Myrtle Beach High School. So he doesn't talk about losses.
Friday night, he gave me a little surprise because he had posted on Twitter. I turned his notifications on because he posted everything about North Myrtle Beach, and he said Mason Walker hit a game-tying 3 to go to overtime. And then I didn't hear from him for about 20, 30 minutes.
Well, it takes a while to get that graphic created.
I was like, either we lost or something's going on. I don't know.
Yeah, so it takes a little while to get that graphic created on those wins, but keep an eye out on the NMB Chiefs Facebook page as we try to we definitely keep you updated with schedules and update you with scores, statistics as much as we can get those. For Max Smith, I'm Wayne White. Everybody have a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us here on Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance.
Thank you for watching Tomahawk Talk, presented by Beach Benefits Insurance and brought to you by Livingston's Cleaning and Restoration, Revolution Mortgage, the Trey White Team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, and Century 21 Thomas Realty.